Good morning. Today we are at IREMA clinic. We are in between Alicante and Valencia. So I flew into Alicante, but you could fly into Valencia. It's really well placed so that it is not in the city center. There's a lot to see around here. It's quite peaceful. So let's go inside.
IREMA was established in 2005 and they have multiple locations. They actually have something special planned for me today, and we'll get to see how the embryo transfer looks like. So let's go. Bridget, my coordinator, was already at the reception waiting for me. Everybody was so positive and genuinely happy to be there. I feel like it makes a difference as a patient. And at the reception, as well as all through the clinic, you could see cards and little gifts that patients left or sent to the clinic as a little thank you for taking good care of them. After giving them my passport to scan, I received a form to fill. It is also available in English. I had a go at trying my Spanish. The clinic feels very clean and bright, but not overly medical or cold. It's not a big clinic, which makes it quite cozy. So straight from the entry door, you have 2 consultation rooms, where you could, for example, have your patient coordinator consultation. Then on the right side of the reception, you have the waiting room. And going straight in the corridor, you have the examination room, where I had my blood test. Now look away if you don't like the sight of blood. It was very quick, painless, and my results were with my doctor very quickly. Now if we carry on down the corridor, on the right side you have the lab, and on the left side there is a medical consultation room where you can have your medical consultation, but it's also connected with the examination room, so you can carry on straight here to have your pelvic exam or an ultrasound.
My patient coordinator, Bridget, is with me in every step of the way, and she would be with me even during my transfer. So whatever I need or whatever support I need, she's there on WhatsApp or she is available for me within the clinic. I find it really lovely because I can feel her presence. So while I'm here all throughout the day, she is my guiding light all throughout.
Bridget and I had a sat-down patient coordinator consultation where she walked me through all the documentation, all the forms, all the information about the treatment and the prices, so I was able to ask questions and share any doubts that I had. The materials I received from her were really useful, so there was a step-by-step guide telling me what's going to happen exactly, what is the cost, what's included, what's not included if I wanted something additionally, and informational guides alongside the consent forms I needed to sign. Lastly, there was a full timeline of the process outlined with everything that was going to happen. Now to continue our little tour, on the right we have the surgery room, and if we turn here, we have a room where your partner can leave their sperm sample. Let's take a quick peek. And moving on, we have 2 recovery rooms, each with a bathroom and a closet where you can rest after your transfer or have your acupuncture appointment. Now it's time to take a peek into the surgery room and the lab, where the magic happens. This time we're walking through the entrance that the medical staff takes, and this is where you would have your egg retrieval or your embryo transfer. And the door ahead of us leads us straight to the embryology lab. So let's check it out. Here you can see 2 workstations with microscopes. A microscope that's used for biopsies or sperm selection methods, storage where your embryos are safely kept, and time-lapse monitoring system. Now Dr. Fernando will tell us more about it on the example of my hypothetical embryos.
Okay, in your treatment you had 8 eggs, 8 embryos, okay? We freeze 6 embryos, and today we're going to transfer this one. Okay, this is the best embryo. I'm going to put you the video of the embryo. This photo every 10 minutes. Here we see the 2 nucleus of the embryo. Okay, and we now see how it starts to cleavage. On day 2, between 2 and 4 cells. This is day 2, 48 hours. This is the perfect thing. And now between day 2 and 3 we have to have 8 cells. Okay, 72 hours. We have to have 8 cells. And now the embryo is going to start to compact all the cells. Now this compacting, okay, and now it's going to start to form the blastocyst. You can see here the hole, and here the innermost cell. Okay, I want to stop it. Okay, here we can see the innermost cell, and here the outer mast cells. Okay, this is going to be the embryo, and this one is going to be the placenta. Okay, this embryo besides is the best one because it has started to do hatching. It's starting to go out of the pellucid zone. Okay, and of course this is a very good embryo. This is AA.
The video we were watching is also something you would receive at the end of your treatment and you can keep forever. Now, if you were here on the day of your transfer, you would have a consultation that would look exactly like this. So you would have your patient coordinator, the embryologist, and the medical doctor here with you, walking you through your embryo development, the transfer process, and how it all is going to work. They would answer any of your questions and make sure you're as comfortable as possible on the day of the transfer. So my doctor was Dr. Guillermo Terrado Gil, and my embryologist was Dr. Rosana Ribes Salvador. Both were amazing and just as kind as Bridget was. I actually got to ask Dr. Guillermo a question, so here it goes.
My name is Guillermo Terrado. I'm Argentinian. I live in Spain from 2020 in pandemic. And I was working in the medical reproductive field since almost 30 years. I work here in IREMA, especially with patients consulting regarding the low ovarian reserve, and we perform half of our cases are performed with an egg donation because of the diminished ovarian reserve.
So now I have an acupuncture appointment with Dietro, and it is one that you have before the transfer and after the transfer. So there are different methods she's using, and you'll get to see both. Let's go.
Vera is a very experienced acupuncturist. She also does massages, and the whole process was very relaxing. There was music playing, she was using oils. It was overall a very nice experience. So first, she performed the acupuncture that you would have before the transfer, and then she showed me the one that you would have after your transfer. Acupuncture is an add-on that you can have at IREMA if you would like, and I have to say it was really relaxing. And the one that you would have after the transfer felt almost like electrical little zaps. It was so strange, but it really relaxed me for the rest of the day, and I feel like the stress just left my body.
Had my medical consultation, had my testing, had my acupuncture, so the only thing left now is to have my transfer. So if I was here for a frozen transfer, I would now be going through to change and into the surgery room. So let's see how that works.
So I'm all dressed and ready. If you have your egg retrieval, you would be brought into the surgery room, but this is the transfer, so I'm walking in myself through the patient route this time around. This is very secure. We need to wait for one door to close, for another one to open. As you can see, everybody is already here, so we have everybody that you saw during my consultation. So we have Bridget, my coordinator, we have a nurse assisting, and we have my embryologist, Dr. Rosanna, and my doctor, Dr. Guillermo. So Dr. Rosanna brings in an empty introducer catheter that is placed inside in order to make sure that the embryo is introduced into the right spot. The doctor will use an ultrasound to make sure he navigates into the correct place. Once the catheter is in the right place, The embryologist will head to the lab to bring in your embryo in a second catheter. Second catheter goes inside of the introducer catheter. You can see that this is what it looks like. And this would be happening inside of you. This wouldn't be happening outside of your body. And you would be able to see the embryo making it into your uterus. Now, once done, the embryologist will head back to their workstation to fully check the catheter to make sure the embryo was introduced properly. After a thorough check, Dr. Rosanna is back to tell us everything is okay and there is no embryo in the catheter. As you can see, it's a very quick procedure, and if you would like, your partner can be there with you or your patient coordinator can hold your hand during the process. So now that we completed our transfer, I asked Dr. Fernando to tell us more about IREMA.
I'm Fernando Hernandez. I am one of the embryologists. I'm a senior embryologist. I'm working in that for more than 25 years now. The clinic has this year 20 years old this year. We founded the clinic in 2005. We were a small clinic in the beginning, and step by step we have been growing. Now we are in Ondara, the facilities of Ondara. We have also another clinic in Gandia. There are consultations there. And here we have just moved to these new facilities 3 months ago. It's a new step in the clinic, in the growing of the clinic. We have everything here in the clinic, theater rooms, everything. So it's very easy for the patients to have the treatment here.
So I hope you enjoyed my tour of IREMA clinic. I've got to say they really impressed me with how well they prepared for my visit. The attention to detail, the smooth outline of the process, and they were really making sure they show me as much of the journey as possible. So the clinic is on the smaller side, but I believe that it really works to the advantage of the clinic and makes it feel more private. So the team isn't huge, but they work so closely together and they really genuinely seem to enjoy each other's company that it feels like they just have a great time being there, and it shows. I felt like I knew them for a long time while being there. It gives that friendly, kind atmosphere, and the collaboration adds to the process, so you feel like you're in safe hands. Everybody knows what's happening, there's no rushing, everybody's on the same page. And I'm going to mention it again, I really love how much they showed me of the whole process and how open they were about how they do things at IREMA. From the medical consultation, all the documentation, going through to the transfer and acupuncture. And acupuncture, I'm going to remember that for quite a while. It was much closer to a fancy massage than a medical appointment, which for me personally makes a difference in quite a medical process. So you get to take that little breather before the transfer and after the transfer, or even if you just come for a visit, you can book yourself acupuncture just to relax and ground yourself. So if you're looking for a smaller clinic, more personal with that private feeling, even in terms of location, I think IREMA may be a very solid choice. This visit felt to me very comforting and grounding. I'm really happy with how they do things there, and I'm going to remember the atmosphere and the feeling that the team gives you for quite a while. So that's it for my visit at IREMA. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok to stay tuned for next episodes. I'll see you next time.